Yeah, another way that I would say that for people is, listen, it's not about the amount of percentage ground you take. It's that you're giving 100% to the ground that you're taking.
Exactly.
So, you know, I've had these ups and downs. I had this injury and like that. I want to be back in the shape that I used to, but I'm not. But, you know, if I was in the shape that I used to be and I did a workout at 50%, I'd feel like, but I'm in the shape I am now. But if I give it 100% to where I am now, I feel great today.
Right. Even if it's only 20% of what it used to be.
If you're 2, you give it a 2, you're like 100%. It's great. It's better than when you're at 10 and you give it 5. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's about how you play the game right now, not where you're at, which frees you up from the entire temporality of it, even though there is a progression.
Yeah, and a self-judgment.
Totally. There's no that's the release from the self-judgment is when you know you played full out at 7% because that's where you are today. And it's really okay. But and it's not, it's like if you really play 100% at whatever percentage you're at, you actually will be satisfied at the end of the day.
You'll be 100% happy, even if you're not at your peak state. You'll be 100% happy. You won't notice the difference because you don't know the difference. You don't know 1,000% happy. You know? You only know 100% happy, even though you're only at 5% of your journey in that regard of trusting yourself. But it's going to feel like day and night compared to unconsciously clinging to false desires. Yeah. Just to be in this free fall space and to trust it for the first time in your recent memory, you're going to feel 100% elated.
Totally. You know when you played full out and when you didn't. If you're just playing recreational ball, you give it 100%, you feel great.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. You play competitive, whatever, it doesn't matter. What matters is how you play.
Yeah. Well, I like what both of you are describing is that it is totally for its own sake. It's not a means to an end. It's not.
So again, like I say, you don't get on the field to try to get to the end of the game. You love the game. You're even bummed when it's over because you love playing.
Right.
So to love playing the game, so relax and play at your level and have a good time doing it and even sweat and even have, and the thing I got, you know, I no longer became interested in being happy or this or that. Like it was like no longer chasing the experience. So I saw, oh my God, people's lives are organized about chasing this experience and avoiding this experience. And it's like, wow, what a trap. The joy I got was when I didn't care about the experience. And people are like, what do you mean? Like, no, well, who cares? If you're in the game of fulfilling your purpose, playing the game. So you get on the field, the joy of the game, right? What I finally got is when you're playing the game full out, you don't have and avoid certain experiences. You have a context for all experiences. There you are playing. Somebody scores on you and you're bummed out. You score and you win. You're exhilarated. You're like, oh, you got a cramp, whatever. But you're okay with all of it because the game is a context for it. And at the end, you're like, yes, right? It's about playing the game of life full out. And then suddenly, if you're playing full out, you have a context for all the experiences being alive. Doesn't matter like what level you're playing your game of life. So the joy of the game is to go for it and experience all of it, not to, chase things and protect things.
Yeah.
Which needs trust in self.
Trust in self is
and then it'll be natural. And then your whole perspective of what true joy or happiness or well-being is just shifts and you stop chasing.
Yeah.
You're still seeking, in my terminology, you're still seeking, not seeking like chasing. You're still connected to the seeking impulse, which always looks to evolve and ascend and integrate and deepen and evolve, basically. So that's still alive, but you're not chasing anything. You know exactly where that impulse comes from. You know exactly how to connect to it, and you trust it 100%. It gives you a ton of freedom, both in the relative world and also just in your own interior.